Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel again. I thought I'd do a review of a camera that I don't think I've ever reviewed on my channel before, but I've had it for some time. I think I inherited it from a family member some time ago, and these can still be used, but a lot of people just like the look of them on their shelf as a collector's item. I'm talking today about the 620 Kodak Junior. It's a folding camera. I've got this in a nice little case that's been made, handmade by someone years ago. Little clasp on there, and they're very neat little cameras. So there you go, that's without it being unfolded. It's got a little window in the back here where you can I've actually got a film in this at the moment. You can actually see where the film is at. That's ready to shoot number 3 on this roll of film. I've had that roll of film in there since about 1992, I think, or 1990, so I should finish it really. I have I have shot, and it's possibly colour film. I have shot some colour film on this way back then in a trip to the Flinders Ranges. I've got 2 shots I've managed to find that I scanned a while back. I'll put them on the end of the video to see what these cameras are capable of. So there you go, it's a nice little compact camera. It's about I don't know, 7 inches long, I suppose that is. And you've got a little lever here, and you just bring it down like that, and it folds out and clicks into place. Whenever you want to fold it up afterwards, there's a little button just down here which you press, and then you fold it back in again. So it's a bit like a box brownie, in that you use these little swiveling in the vertical format, portrait format. You have this sitting up there, and if you want to take something on the side, you turn it around like that, and you look down through that little viewfinder just there, and that gives you an image through the little prism there. And it's a bit like what you used to do with the box brownie. So this is in effect something like a brownie, but it's got a lot more controls on it. And they take 620 film, and which means that on 620 film you get where are we? Put it over here. You get 8 rolls to the film at 6 by 9 centimeters size. So it's large medium format prints that you're going to get from this, and you can put colour or black and white in. Film is pretty hard to get these days, but you can still buy some film that's been re-spooled, because the film 620 is basically 120 film, only the thickness of the actual trying to get that straight. The thickness of the actual film is, or the actual spool is thinner for the 620 than it is for the 120. And there are ways that you can actually wind 120. If you get one of those old spools, you can wind your 120 film on it and shoot it the same way. And I'll put a link to a video where a guy's talking about how you do that. And you can already buy them at a price, I think, somewhere for them where they've been re-spooled already for you, but it might be a little bit dearer. So that's something you can do. The interesting thing about this little lever here, hang on, go over here, that actually enables you to put the camera down on the table, and it just keeps without a tripod, so you can do shots on the table. Now it's got a bellows there, beautiful bellows, and I'll just give you, I've got something up here on my screen, and I'll just give you a bit of the details of it. And I'll put a link to this afterwards. It's got a lot of controls on it. What have we got here? It's got shutter speeds of 1/25 of a second, 1/50th of a second, and 1/100th of a second. And the budget version has an f11 lens. I'm not sure what this one's got. What's this got? This has got an f11, yeah, this must be the budget version, because this has got an f11 maximum aperture lens on it. And there is three focusable distant ranges, which has, wait a minute, I'm just getting a bit ahead of myself. The advanced version has a 6 by f6.3 or f7.7. This has got an f7.7 maximum aperture, and focusable by means of a complete distance scale from 1.5 to 30 meters, from 5 feet to 100 feet. So you've got a little distance measuring thing on the front here for your focusing. You can see that there. That's where you do your focusing. That's your shutter, and you don't have to cock the shutter like some cameras, old cameras. That's ready to go. As soon as you've wound the film on, it's ready to go. So you've got to be careful that you don't do double exposures. You can do time exposures on this, and all in all, it's a pretty good adjustable camera. And I'm not sure what the film is I've got in there at the moment, but in fact I sold a whole lot of vintage used film or old unused film a while back, and I wish I hadn't now because I haven't really tested this out. This has got only the second film in it that I've ever put through it, and I actually, where are I? I actually haven't finished that film, but I did shoot a whole roll of film on it before, and I've got 2 shots I've saved somewhere. I don't know where the rest of them are. I've probably got the negatives somewhere. But the interesting thing is that I looked through my pile of stuff, and I'll just put that down there on the table, and I found this, which is a Kodak Verichrome pan, black and white panchromatic film. So I'm presuming that's a negative film, not a, although if it says Verichrome, I'm not sure whether that's a slide film or not, so I don't know whether you can actually process that anymore. But the expiry date on this film is, I kid you not, May 1970, so it's fairly recent really. It's about when I was getting into photography. I'm not sure where I got the film from, and it's ASA 125, this particular film. So that gives me a bit of versatility, and I'm going to, when I finish the film in this camera here, the one that I've taken 2 shots on it, I think, one by mistake. When I put that film through its paces, I'll get that developed, and then I'll load this one in, and then I'll have 2 spools. I'll have one from the film that's already in there. When I take it off for processing, I say, I want the spool please, don't keep that. And when I get this other one processed, I'll say I want that spool too. So then afterwards I could conceivably rewind 120 film onto those spools so I can shoot it in that camera. So you'll be surprised at the quality of the shots I got. I took one shot of a panoramic type shot of a scene in the Flinders Ranges, and another one I've got a vertical portrait shot of the famous Casno tree in the Flinders Ranges, which everyone takes. It was made famous by Harold Casno, an iconic Australian photographer, several years ago. And it's called The Spirit of Endurance, and when you go to the Flinders, everyone calls in to have a look at that and take their own photographs. So I've taken photographs of it on my digital cameras and on my film cameras as well, I think. So anyway, there you go. I'm going to put some links underneath to what other people have said about this, and have a look at it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I am thinking I might sell this later on after I've finished using this roll of film that's in it and the one that I might put through it. And I'll see how I go. But once again, thanks for watching, and like if you like, and subscribe if you wish, and I'll see you next time. I did forget to remind you to watch these 2 shots I'm going to put up here afterwards on the screen so you can have a look at. I'll try and make them go a little bit longer on the screen so you can have a good look at them. So that's just to remind you not to turn it off and to see what the results of this camera are. Thanks again for watching. See ya.